Hi, and I'm Ruth.
And it's time for
Coffee
break. welcome, guys. It's so wonderful to have you back. And
Yes.
I don't know what's awaiting us today.
But you've been good?
Yeah, I've been good. And
Yes,
you?
yes, I've been well. I'm good, Mazi. Just excited. I really look forward to this time. Just to talk. Ah, guys, we look cute. They look cute. We look cute.
You just need a bunny.
With like a bunny hat. Oh, yeah. But I'm excited. I'm excited for these sessions, just how we vibe and talk.
Yeah.
Excited.
All right.
Yeah. So, am I lucky? You're lucky number one, I think.
Yeah.
It's okay. You can start us off.
Let me take the leap of faith.
Go. Go. Tell us.
Oh. What do you miss most about your grandma?
Oh my, Shusho. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So, my Shusho. She went with the Lord in 2013, and man, I was like this. I'm named after her, and we're so close. Yeah. I'm like my mom always used to take us to shags. So I think what I miss most is her stories. Funny enough, what I miss most about her now is what sometimes I was like, Shushu, you're always talking, let me go. Like, she'd be like, let's just sit down.
Yeah.
And just like, she'd tell me stories about the guys of those times. She'd tell me stories. Don't allow this young man to buy you samosa and sausage and lie to you. As in, like, and she'd speak in Kikuyu, and my Kikuyu is very bad, but I'd understand.
Yeah.
And I miss our stories. I miss her just sitting down and just talking. The last 7 years of her life, she lived with us.
Yeah.
So we really like bonded at that time. So I really miss Shushu's stories and her prayers. Man, yeah, she was amazing, yeah. But I miss her conversation.
Who doesn't? Anyway, back to me now.
Yeah, okay. Oh, okay.
Hey. But at this one, you're not jumping and asking me. And you?
And you know, because I can talk about my Shushu for as well. I can be like, coffee break today is all about Truth and her grandmother. As in, that would be enough for me. But I really love her.
Okay, my shushu raised me up when I was a baby until I was 1 year old.
Oh, okay.
Actually, the reason was for mom to finish her university degree. So that bit for me was so touching because she wanted mom to have an education, and for that she was actually the first woman in her village to get a university degree.
Oh, your mom?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
So because now my shushu raised me up, we call them Dani.
Dani, okay.
Yeah. So Dani raised me up until I was 1 year old. Yeah. So I think that's when I really developed a really close bond with her, and even my grandpa then. And one thing I really miss about her is the fact that she was extra generous.
Yeah.
Like we'd go to her place, we come out puffed.
Yeah.
I remember there was this time we were just passing by. We were just passing by from we'd gone to the village, and then now we're just passing by to go and say hi to her before now we come back to the city, to Nairobi. And I ate and overate.
Yeah.
Hey?
So that's Shushu's for
Yeah,
you,
so we always used to come
back,
Double and then
size.
even with that, she still adds, you haven't gotten bananas, you haven't gotten maize, there's njugu, there's beans. So, oh my God, Shushu is just generous. And then you're like, what are you going to be left with if you give us all this? Oh, yeah, that is something that I really, really remember about her.
Wow.
Like, there's no day she said, this economic times. And you can't say that, back in the day, like they didn't have, problems with money.
Yeah, they also did have at that time, exactly.
Yeah,
but still
But she gave, like she outdid herself when it came to giving.
Wow. Shushu's just the best. Me, my Shushu, I really love her. So, what did you admire most about your grandma? Oh, wow. Hey, can I list? It's her intentionality to be in people's lives. My Shushu would always be like, if someone is in hospital today, like she'd be like, okay, there's sometimes in this day and age, you're like, okay, let's plan for this day, let's plan. Her, she'd be like, I need to go today. I'm intentional about being in people's lives. And she'd walk no matter how many kilometers just to go and be with that person. I really admired her heart of giving.
Yeah.
My Shushu, even when she died, so many people from like Othaya, because we come from Othaya, came And they were like, oh man, now who will be giving us this? There was a town, like guy who was crazy.
Yeah.
So my shushu would always give him clothes, would
Yeah.
always give him food.
Yeah.
So he always knew that no matter what, he'd have food and clothes from her house. So when she passed, he was like, man, now who will do this for me? And everyone has labeled me as crazy. So I miss her intentionality about being involved in people's lives and her heart to give. As in, hey, like, man, she lived her life. Like, she fully lived life in terms of being expressive in giving. Yeah, I really admire that about her. I really admire.
I think I resonate with that because when you mention being intentional in people's lives, I see my shushu as well because she had such a forgiving heart.
Yeah.
I remember there are days I would come to her and tell her, hey, shushu, Danny, this person has annoyed me. They have done 1, 2, 3, 4. You say everything. Like, you know, this is... Shushu was just like that.
Yeah.
I tell her everything. This person annoyed me. They did this. 1, 2, 3. I tell her everything wrong about that person.
Yeah.
So she's just there listening to me. She's like, but so-and-so cooked for me nice lunch when I went to visit them, you know. So how she's trying to bring the other
The
side.
positive
the
side.
positive side. I'm like, but
wow.
you're not getting what I'm saying. Like, this person hurt me.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's okay. Everything will be fine.
Yeah,
you know? So she had a very quick forgiving spirit.
Oh, that's nice.
Very quick.
That is nice.
Something that is so hard to do.
Yeah.
Like I struggle with, but hers was quick. So you'd find that someone has annoyed so and so, but she'll still go with. In fact, she won't go empty-handed. She'll go with something. Hey, how are you doing?
Wow.
What?
And then that person has.
And that person
done
has hurt maybe a grandchild or one of the daughters, one of the sons. But you know, she was just so loving.
Wow.
And then she could also walk with everybody to visit so and so. You know, like when she's intentional about going to visit someone. She'll carry her grandchildren, she'll carry her sons, her aunties, her cousins.
Yeah.
Come.
Kila mtu.
Kila mtu.
Wow.
Yeah, so those are
That's
some things I really miss about her.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Take us through.
Oh, it's my time.
Yeah, it's your turn. Yeah. I know we can just sit here and
I
just.
know.
But
like,
as in, I have like when you're
so
talking,
this
it's
session
like
should be like
10,
an hour.
An hour session. So I'm talking about shushu.
What do you think?
Oh man. Shushu.
Okay. In honor of my grandma and your grandma, what's the biggest lesson you've learned from your grandma?
My faith and just prayer.
Yeah.
And my biggest lesson is about her relationship with God.
Okay.
Before she passed, I was a Christian because I was raised a Christian. Like I'd go to church, I'd do this, but then I'd look at her and how we'd wake up at 3, maybe when to the toilet, you hear her talking to God, not talking with God, like you can hear her talking with him like it's her friend seated there with her, and she'd talk no matter what. Even there was a time she said, man, even as I'm dying, I wish I might not have left you much financially, but I wish I've left you a knowledge of this God that I serve.
Yeah.
And you see, then even there's some things she wasn't able to read, but because like someone would read her the Bible, she knew the Bible. I'm there struggling to read for her. Akorosai, like Nini, and she already knows. She'll tell you what it says, but it's because of that relationship. So even at that time, I'd always just go out. I don't pray. I don't do anything because I know. See, Shosho is at home praying for me. Shosho is there just sorting us out with God. So when she died, I just sat with God. I said, God, now who will pray for me? Now I have to pray for myself. As in, I was like, my goodness, like who will pray for our family? But I think the biggest lesson is that relationship with God. She genuinely had, hey, I don't know, I was going to say something. But I think, she genuinely had a beautiful relationship with God that made me now also want to have that beautiful friendship with God. Like literally sit with him and say, God. Akikuwa amejam, she was like, God, come here, God. As in when she's angry about something, like she calls, Shosho. Alituamshanga usiku kuomba. We never used to pray with her. Like she'd wake us up, then we say, okay, Shosho. Then as we sleep, how she prays. But I enjoyed that. I love that.
When you talk about prayer, I remember really struggling to pray with my grandmother because she's these people who wake up at wee hours of the night to pray.
Shosho and Shosho are sisters.
I know.
Sisters from a different culture anyway, but wow.
And it was so annoying, like why are you waking me up to pray? You know, that time it's cold. It's so cold and you have to be up to pray. So even if she's beginning with the Lord's Prayer, So me, I say the Lord's Prayer and then I sleep.
Yeah.
But how she's still there, praying for everything and everyone. But I realized, kumbe, there's something that was powerful in that. And nowadays, when I do it, I think of her. Yeah, I think it's a seed that she actually planted in me. Yeah, because it was very cold. Because where she comes from is quite a cold place, and I was wondering why would you wake up in the middle of
the night?
Yeah, exactly.
Out of your covers.
So she planted that in me, and then something else that really stands out in her life for me is hard work. Oh, she could work so hard, so hard.
Yeah.
She would wake up very early in the morning. She goes to the garden. I think she really plowed too much. I found it too much.
Yeah.
And she was also a teacher,
Yeah.
so she'd go teach kids, come back to the garden, go to church, come back to the garden, start with the garden, go to church. So I was like, I'm joking. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's true.
I was like, how do you do that? Like, where do you get all that energy to do that?
Yeah.
So much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, that's, as you're talking, I'm like, God, is she talking about Shushu? As in, like, now you're talking about your daddy, but I'm just feeling like, my grandpa, I never met him. He passed away when my mom was 3 years old, but he married my Shushu because of her hard work. Like, he was, my Shushu was called Ruth. Okay, my grandpa wasn't called Boaz, but she was in the field. And then now Shushu, what she used to do, because she never wanted to take a break, so she'd hang her snack here, like some doma or sweet potatoes. So as she's plowing, she'd just be biting. And now my Guka looked at her and said, man, that woman works hard. She was his third wife, and I think his second wife had passed, and she had left young kids. So he wanted someone who's hardworking, who'd take care of his kids. So he looked at her in the shamba and said, man, I want that woman because of how she works hard.
It's like Boaz and Ruth's story.
Yeah, Boaz and Ruth. I'm like, do I need to go to a shamba and work and eat anyway to get my
We should rethink our lives.
Oh man, but Shushu was so hard.
Just push
Ruth and Nania, just same thing. Oh man, hey, wow. So, so many. What's your favorite memory of you and your grandma? Okay, so two. Now I speak kidogo. I'm those Kikuis. So I can hear, I can understand, but I can't speak. But I also speak kidogo. Now I'm better, especially when we stayed with her. So this time she'd come over to visit, and then now I'd seen a rat in the uko nyuma. Kunaitwa nini? Uko nyuma ya nyumba. So I ran into the house and we were alone, just the two of us. So she's like, "Hey, Rudhu, neke, what's up? Then I'm like, "Geez, what is panya in Kikuyu?" I'm like, "Oh God, what is panya?" So I'm like, "Okay, buri is mbuzi." So mbuzi is buri. So I'm like, "Okay, ng'ombe is ng'ombe." As in ng'ombe is ng'ombe. So I'm like, it has to be something in Kiswahili that you just make an accent. And so I'm like, "Shosho, ne panya." I'm like, "Neke, ne fanya, shosho fanya." I'm like, "Ateke the holy, ne fanya." Okay, when you get to know what I was going to say, "Ne fanya, shosho." So she's like, "The holy neke." I'm like, "Shosho, panya." She couldn't get. So now my cousin comes home. He's looking at me. I'm flustered. My shosho is just like, "What's wrong with this girl?" So he said, "Githaish, I saw a rat at the back." So I was trying to tell shosho, "I've seen a panya." So he's like, "What are you saying?" I'm like, "Panya." He's like, "Geez." Yeah. What panya is in Kikuyu is ne bear.
Okay.
Two different things. So I tell my shosho, "Ne bear." She just looks at me and says, "Dori, now learn Kikuyu." And she was so irritated because now I'm scared. She's scared, and kumbe it's just a rat. But now she couldn't know what it was because so that language, we loved each other so much, but our language barrier, that bear, panya. And then another day we went to Shags. Oh man, I can speak so many things. The last one. So she had washed what is it called? The kibuyu of chai. So I think aliosha akaosha akachoka kutoa that anyway, akaosha kibuyu ya chai akaniwekea hapo kwa meza. So we had gone holidays, my mom used to leave me there. So we've drank the tea. So at the end when I'm putting the last cup, a dirty icky sponge just falls into the cup. Oh. So I say, "Hey, Shosho, you didn't remove this thing when you washed." She said, "But I washed, it refused to come out." So I said, "So you put the tea inside?" She's like, "See, but I'd washed it." So it was rinsed. I was like, As in, like to her it was nothing.
So to her it was nothing. But
to
I'm
you,
you're like,
it's
oh,
so dark and as in,
it's icky.
She used to look at me and like, this young girl, but oh, man. Kwanza hiyo ya panya. Oh man, guys who understand Kikuyu, please, I speak. I speak Kido. I understand it also.
She speaks, I listen.
You listen. Okay. Tell me what's your
I
favorite.
listen to the translator.
Yeah. What's your favorite memory?
Wow.
Sure.
Favorite memory. The memory I have is my shosho used to be late for services.
Oh.
Hey. So she would wake up and do other things. Like, okay, as she has already sent us to church, like, you go. Okay, if I'm there with mom and my brothers, you guys go. So we're like, she's following us behind. But she'll come like, some minutes just to the sermon or... And I remember one thing that the pastor said about her when we were laying her to rest. The pastor was like, she always came to church, even when she is late.
At the end of the day, she came to church.
At the end of the day, she came to church. Yeah.
Wow.
That's because she woke up. She could wake up and there's still so much to do.
Things,
so many things to do. This has not been done. This has not been done. And she feels like she's the one to do it because she feels like if she does it, she'll do it perfectly more than any other person. That's kind of like a funny memory, but like she always went to church even when she's late.
She doesn't matter like the time, but she will have to ensure she gets to her father's house.
And then imagine my shosho is a choir mistress.
And you're in choir.
Yeah.
Oh, very Lois has a beautiful voice, by the way.
Wow. Really? Oh yeah. I just didn't imagine. Like I was like, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so but I laugh. In my heart, I laugh at. I don't know why, but I just find it funny.
Yeah, having late.
She was.
Anyway, that's nice. Today I just want to answer. Continue all questions. The next question.
Next.
Yeah.
All right.
How many more? Oh, it's the last one.
It's the last one.
Sorry. We can talk about Shosho the whole day. It's okay. Next.
Me too. Yeah. Sorry. What is one trait you have and you are sure you got it from your grandma? You are sure?
Aye. Aye.
Hey.
Oh,
you are so sure.
My trait is in prayer. That I'm sure of. Like, and giving. Sometimes I give to a fault. I give to my detriment. And I just know, maybe sometimes I know she had balance, but one trait I'm sure is her gift of giving. Like, Shushu gave. There's a day, my my mom had traveled abroad, and then she'd bought this white, nice fur coat, beautiful coat. So now she gave my Shushu. So my Shushu was like, okay, thank you. So the next holiday when my mom goes home, she's in town, and then she sees the resident crazy guy, like the guy who's a bit insane in town, with the coat from Europe. As in the next, it's not that it's years
not
later.
Coat from Europe.
In those days, like in the 1980s or 70s, I don't know what time it was that. I think it was 80s.
Yeah.
And now he's wearing the coat. So my mom goes home and says, Shushu, kwani the coat was stolen by Nani? Then he's like, no. I gave it to him. He came. Then she's like, no, you give him the ones you've worn. He's like, no, but isn't it my coat?
Yeah.
And if I can wear it, he can wear it. So you see, in my mom's mind, it's like, no, you give him zimezeeka to her, whoever you are, we are the same. I'll give you what is mine. And I've not maybe reached to that high level, but sometimes when I give, I just know this is Shosho. When I pray, even my cousins are like, okay, dogs, please don't pray like Shosho. As in, we're just eating food. Please don't pray. Don't pray for Nani and Nani. Sometimes actually I'm praying and I'm like, oh, I've forgotten Lois. Oh God, remember Lois and Julian. I've forgotten Nani. I always remember that was my Shosho. She would pray for everyone, and it would irritate me at that time.
Yeah,
but
at that
now,
time, but now you're like,
I'm the one who's there. It's now my family who's like, I've carried it. And now my family's like, okay, dogs, please don't pray. Don't pray that long. We're just eating. So now they have to give a disclaimer. We're just yeah, but that's a trait.
Oh, but that's so
generosity
sweet.
and prayer. Yeah. Oh, sure.
Hey, that's Europe.
Imagine a white fur coat from Europe.
I know.
Yeah.
I think my grandma would do that as well. Yeah, because she did that. One trait I've learned from my grandma is I've carried. I like bringing people together.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I love. I love people. Like, I love bringing people together. I love loving people. You get it? So I think that is one trait I have carried from her, because that was her. She was the mobilizer of mobilizers. That was my Dani, and I think that has, because when my cousins, when they check on me, they're like, "Hey, Lois, you're the one who checks on us. You're the one who calls us. You're the one who, wanted." And then sometimes I feel like giving up because I'm like, nyinyi hamnitafuti. Mimi ndio ninawatafuta.
Why am I the only one? Yeah.
Mbona ni mimi ndio nawatafuta? But then I realized it's a gift that I have, that I don't really expect them to also have them.
True.
Because if I have it, then it means there's a reason as to why I have it. Because sometimes I feel like just giving up, and then I'm like, it's okay, let me just move on. So Shosho did this to the very end. Yeah, so she brought people together up to the very end. So that is one thing that I think I've carried along. And then I just love empowerment, because she loved empowerment. She would not want to see, even like her sons, her daughters-in-law, she made sure they all got education, all of them. So even me, what I don't like seeing in people is wasted potential. I don't like seeing wasted potential. I usually find a way of how can I help? How can I help this one get better? Because I believe people have can be the best of themselves. So those are some of the things that I remember. My Dani win.
Dani, oh man, Hi, guys, I can talk about Shosho for so long. I can just talk about her like every day, but maybe what you guys can comment is, what are some of the things you've learned from your grandmother? What are some of the things that have just favorite memories, funny memories, things that you can share with us about just your grandma? We'd be happy to hear. As in, I can just sit here and we just have popcorns and I just talk about
it's grandma day.
It's grandma day, but I really thank God for the opportunity to have my grandma in my life. And I know she is.
And even having met them.
And having met them, and having a relationship for that long. Because at least she died when I was an adult. And it was so beautiful. But oh, guys, thank you so much for joining in this conversation. Oh man, I really do love her, and I thank God for her. So guys, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Please join this beautiful family.